many hours did you just get to sleep? Like right now,
2.
like 2 hours.
maybe
That's
maybe
crazy.
less.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
2
sounds
hours.
bad.
I remember back in high school, I would do some 24-hour like nights, and I just stay up with some of my friends, and we play Minecraft, or
Yeah.
we would be making videos of like us skating, and then we'd be editing videos till like 3 or 4 in the morning. Like me and Kate would do that all the time. And sometimes we'd just pull all nighters and we watch Stranger Things at like 4 in the morning. And then the next day we'd sleep for like 8 hours. So that whole day was just like nothing.
Yeah, that sounds like my summers.
Really?
Yeah. Like we just like pull an all-nighter.
Mhm.
Like we obviously start like around 10, right?
Yeah.
And then we end up going to sleep like around 6 in the morning.
Jeez. That's
And then
crazy.
you just like see the sunrise. You're just like, all right, time to go to bed.
I'm out of here. I'm a night owl.
Yeah, exactly.
Once the sun comes, I'm out of here.
I'm out of here. And so you just go to bed and you wake up like at 4 in the afternoon, and you're just like, what the? Yeah, it's like so weird.
What the
it's
frick just
so
happened?
whack.
Yeah.
Like actually.
I feel like when we were younger, we can just go off of like for me, I could go off of 2 hours of sleep and I'd be fine the next day sometimes. The older I've gotten, if I only got 2 hours of sleep or less, then I'd sleep throughout the next day. But I used to be able to average like 2 hours of sleep and I'd be fine the next day.
2 hours.
Mm-hmm. I'd always just watch videos or movies for hours. And then the next day I was like, okay, on to the next thing. I was super tired, but I would just kind of go on with it. But now that I've gotten older, I've just noticed like I need sleep.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like sometimes I can still do that. I just did it last night, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, and I'm like kind of functioning.
You're functioning pretty well right now.
Yeah, yeah. And so I literally just woke up.
Yeah.
Or actually, I didn't wake up because I didn't, fall asleep.
Mm-hmm.
I went to bed at 1. No, sorry.
Nice.
Sorry, I didn't go to bed. Sorry. I left at 1.
Mm-hmm.
I saw Andrew on the couch. I went to go grab a snack. And then I was doing filing some paperwork. And then I was watching anime for like an hour or two in my car.
Dang, that's crazy.
Yeah, right. And
that's
then
crazy.
After that, I come home like around 3, and I see Andrew like get up. He's like, just like
Andrew did that when you came in the room.
Yeah, he's like not fully like there. And so I walk. He's on the couch. I like walk in. I go to my room. I just lay and just like probably close my eyes for like an hour or two.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm like, all right, well, time to go to work, because it's like 4:30 because I just hear the alarm. And so I drive to work.
That's crazy.
I'm like there, and then I wait for like another 20 minutes. In my car, I'm just like, well, what can I do?
Oh, you went 20 minutes early to work.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. And so, I get there because I don't want to be late, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, I got very close to getting fired. I think on Tuesday.
Yeah.
So that was fun.
Rip, dude. That's sketch. Well,
yeah.
Walking on thin ice.
Yeah, actually, like any day now.
You're not like trying to like prevent it or anything. Or
I'm trying to prevent it from happening. But honestly, I'm just trying to get this fat, juicy tuition reimbursement and then just fetch and leave because I'm tired of it. Yeah, because you guys seen me like literally get home early in the freaking morning and then just sleep out throughout the day, and that just sucks.
Yeah, that's
like
bites.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get my 8 hours of sleep, and if I can grow, I can grow. If I'm not, then
dude, I feel I don't think I've ever gotten a full 8 hours of sleep here at college. Only I get like the most hours of sleep is when I go home, so that's like time to relax with the family. Here, I'm always trying to do something. And I feel like here at college life, it's always moving. We always have a lot of things going on. It's either parties, we're hanging out at the girls' apartment, we're hanging out at our apartment with the girls. It's like always a moving thing, and it's hard to get sleep, in my opinion.
Yeah, the schedule's crazy out here. Yeah,
but it's fun. I wouldn't change anything about the college experience. I wish we had more people here in Rexburg, but
yeah,
I'd say it's pretty fun here.
Yeah, it is fun.
What would you give your college experience a rating since you've been?
That's a good question. There's nothing like it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Like you would think there's something similar, but you literally move out, the bird's nest, right?
Yeah.
And like you're flying on your own, and you're just doing things on your own. Like you leave whenever you want, you come back whenever you want.
Mm-hmm.
Like you have like full agency.
Frick yeah.
You get to exercise full agency on your own. Like if you don't want to pay bills, and that credit score
you'll be screwed in the long run. Yeah, you'll be screwed later, but you just don't worry about it.
Yeah, exactly. Like if you want to max out your credit cards, like go ahead.
Max out your credit cards, buy a jet, buy a car.
Yeah.
And then worry about the debt later.
Exactly. And but yeah, it's so weird because in high school, like we had a curfew. We came home like around 9 or 10. I mean, whatever your family told you, right?
Mm-hmm.
But here it's like
stay out however you want.
You can eat whatever you want. If you want to be fat, like go ahead. And like if you want to put on 20 pounds of muscle, like that's also a thing. Or if you want to run 8 miles, but yeah, sorry to answer your question. It's like a good solid 8.5 out of 10.
8.5 out of 10.
Yeah. But the only reason why I'm saying that is because I love the city.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so Rexburg is not city at all. It's a very much small
it's
town.
So small here.
Yeah, it is.
It's a farm town.
Sure. It is a farm town.
I love the farm town. No
yeah, no, I do too. I love how quiet it is. Mm-hmm. But when I'm in the city, there's so much more you can do.
You thrive.
Yeah.
Thrive off a lot of activities.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Yeah. Sometimes I feel like in Rexburg can be a little slower pace.
Mm-hmm.
And like you said, quiet. It's less busy here, which is nice because you can take things more relaxed at school and or work. But then on those days where you have nothing going on and nothing else is going on, it's just like, okay, wait, what do I do now?
Yeah.
What do I do next? Just kind of figuring it out.
Yeah. Like the demographics is different in bigger cities, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's just like I'm Latino, right?
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah,
I didn't tell. I couldn't tell.
I could tell.
Yeah. I didn't. Yeah. It's like being out here in Rexburg, like there's not much you can do that I want to do, right? Yeah. Like, for example, I love to go dancing.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, like Latino dancing.
I wish we had more of those here.
Yeah, right, me too.
We should just start our own. We should start one right here.
Yeah, like Sundance. A club, right?
Dude, let's do it at our complex, right in the very bottom of the first floor.
That would be sick.
Get a little disco ball and stuff, and then get Latino music. I don't really know how to speak or dance to. Is it Latin music or Latino music?
You can say both.
I'd say Latin music. I'm not okay. I'll say Latin music. I don't really know how to dance to it. Like maybe because I don't understand Spanish, but I feel like it's got a good beat to it. But I'm like so off putting. Maybe because I'm not Latino, but I feel like it's difficult for me to dance to it.
Yeah.
Is it easier for you to dance to it?
It's very easy for me.
Okay.
Like I've known since I was since like middle school or like the beginning of high school. Mm-hmm. Like my parents and I would always go to these parties like quinceañeras.
Oh, that's cool.
Weddings, family parties, and we'd like obviously Latino time, so you would arrive pretty much late, right? Mm-hmm. So the party starts at 4, you get there like at 7,
Yeah.
Dang.
Okay, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's funny. And so we'd get there and you just hear this music blasting, whatever party it is, you just hear blasting. And you always hear like some kind of country music. My parents are from Mexico. Mm-hmm. So they'd play that Mexican country, which in Spanish is called norteñas.
Norteñas.
Uh-huh. Exactly. You said it right. Which is
it's cool. Yeah. Speak Spanish.
Yeah. And then like some kind of wampango. It's like you've probably seen it in high school, but it's like where they dance in circles, like
Mm.
groups of people.
Yes, I have seen
Yeah,
that. And they were. Is it were like when the women wear really pretty outgoing dresses? Is it like a
sure.
type of wear to it,
Or it's
or?
just like a cowboyish look, you know. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I've seen
But
similar
yeah,
to that.
dress works too. Yeah. And then we just get home like at 1 or 2 in the morning.
Dang, dude.
Yeah.
I,
But you just see your parents dancing. Like, dang, like I hate this.
yeah. You don't like when your parents dance?
No, well, when I was younger, it's like I hated it. But then like you're like, well, what am I gonna do? Like play with a bunch of kids, you know?
Yeah.
And so you just grow up and you're like, well, I might as well do it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
so you just like you start to learn you with a couple friends, you start getting into quinceañeras, you
Heck yeah.
start becoming one of the dancers.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I did for a couple times.
Mm-hmm.
For like a couple, maybe like 5 quinceañeras.
No way.
Yeah. Like
Dang.
I started to learn how to dance just from like being one of the main dancers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No way, dude. I
Yeah.
I feel like I mean I haven't seen any quinceañeras here in Rexburg, but
No, not at
so
all.
all the quinceañeras were back at home for you, and that was in Austin, Texas.
Houston.
Houston,
Yeah,
not Austin.
you're good.
Houston, Texas. Okay. In Houston, is there a lot of Latinos?
Oh yeah.
It's just like all
A
Latinos,
ton. Like
zero.
my
Like,
high school, 50 I swear 50% or 49% was like Latinos,
mm-hmm.
maybe more, I'm not sure. And then the rest were like black, and like 1% was like just other race.
Oh dang,
Yeah.
that's crazy. So like a lot of less whites, less blacks, more Latinos.
Like definitely like a couple Asian, there and here and there, and maybe I've met one Indian.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Indian. That's
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
Because I went to San Antonio, which I know it's not Houston, but I went to San Antonio last year for my cousin's wedding. It was super awesome. But I just saw actually a lot of Latinos and Latinas, like decent amount of white people, but I feel like there was mainly Latinos there, and I was like, oh, I didn't know this was like this is the place to hang out. This is the place to grow up for Latinos. I was like, this is sick.
Yeah. Latinos, man.
You like them? Kind of meh.
No, I love the culture. I mean, everyone talks about Mexican food, right?
Mexican food is so good.
Yeah, it's so. But
It's bussin'.
yeah, it's like,
It busts pretty hard. It does. I love Mexican food,
buh.
dude. We have a lot of Mexican food back where I'm, my hometown, or I guess my home area back in California in Lincoln. We
Mhm.
have this one restaurant that I really love. It's called El Portals. It's super good, really cheap Mexican food, and they get it out to you within like 5 minutes, like maybe 3 minutes,
Really?
maybe even 2 minutes, like over exaggerated, but like
Yeah.
like maybe a few minutes, and it's super fast rather than like bigger, well-known Mexican restaurants. I feel like that take maybe 10, 20 minutes
Mm-hmm.
to get the food out. This place is cheap for like 2 street tacos. It's like maybe like $3, $4. And they get it out there super fast. And I go there every time when I go home.
Wow. Is this like authentic, or is it more like a Cali Max? Or...
No, I'd say it's like authentic. It's like it's more authentic in my opinion. Because it's Latinos that run it. And they're super good at cooking. Man,
So is it like my food?
it's like your food.
Is my okay, cool.
Yeah, it's so good, dude. It's so good. I wish I was a better cook, but making my pizzas and my crepes, I think are pretty well for
They're
me.
bust.
It busts. It busts.
They're bust. Okay, that's okay.
It's all right. It's all right. How has the environment of Houston?
Yeah, Houston.
How has the environment of Houston shaped who you are today?
That's a good question.
Sorry, that might be like a really deep, profound question.
Yeah. No, I mean, you're making me think. Yeah.
I feel like just woke up like 2 minutes ago.
Yeah. No, you're good. Yeah, for real. No, it's a. Yeah, it's an interesting thing how I was raised.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, being Latino, Um, so funny because I feel like Latino families have a lot of family problems.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
like your kid might have. I honestly, it's kind of weird how it works because your kid might have anxiety or some kind of ADHD
Mm-hmm.
or some kind of like social anxiety or depression, and your parents will never do anything about it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they won't ever take you to therapy. The only thing they'll say is suck it up, buttercup. And
Dang, they really push you out the door and just say, you know what, you got this.
yeah, like actually,
Fend for yourself. You got
yeah,
this.
yep, exactly. And
Okay.
so they just expect you to just pick up your pants and move forward.
Yeah. Wow. So you were raised pretty, I'm not going to say rough, but you were raised to be a man pretty fast. It sounds like you were raised to in the big world at a young age, maybe.
Um, sure. I mean,
Okay.
yeah, I guess so. I mean, I didn't.
If that phrase is it right, I don't know if
Yeah, yeah. No, you're good.
that phrases it.
Just I mean, yes. I mean, I guess so, but I feel like when that happens,
Mm-hmm.
then those problems may start to arise again. So
Mm-hmm.
when you push it, when you don't take care of like your problems, like
Mm-hmm.
your anxiety, your ADHD, I mean, you might have like what's it called? Autism and you don't even know it, right?
Yeah.
Like your parents won't
Just
do it.
kind of shows up. Yeah.
Yeah, like your parents won't do anything about it.
Mm-hmm.
Like those problems may arise eventually sooner,
Okay.
and it's kind of scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, as you get older and all this other stuff, like just like controlling your emotions,
Mm-hmm.
like it can be pretty bad, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Just like thinking about it, yeah, I can just go deeper in that. It's kind of scary.
How do you best handle adversity?
Adversity, God,
Hey,
yeah, exactly.
that's my man.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Okay,
hey, shout out to him. Matter of
tell
fact,
me about that. Tell me about God.
well,
What about God?
there's a favorite scripture that I love a ton,
Mm-hmm.
and nothing will ever beat it. Um, it says, "He that finds his life shall lose it, but he that loses his life for my sake shall find it." And so, every time I read that scripture, like the way that it, like the first line, it says, like, "He that finds his life shall lose it."
Mm-hmm.
It's like if you try to go within the worldly things, like you just have a hard time,
Yeah.
right? Like you're just gonna face this life on your own,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like whatever you believe to be true and it's not God, like I just know you're gonna have a hard time.
Yeah. Without God, I mean, He can't intervene in your life, right?
Exactly.
If you distance yourself from God, He's not going to bless you.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with
And
that.
so when you lose your life, it's so weird because it says like when if you lose your life to God,
Mm-hmm.
you will find it.
That's really deep.
Hopefully I phrased or like I said the scripture right.
That
Yeah.
sounds right to
Okay,
me.
cool. Um, but if you lose your life to God, you'll find it.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I remember as a kid, like my upbringing and in high school, like the way that I faced adversity was literally church, prayer, and read.
The simple,
The simple stuff.
small steps to reach to bigger outcomes.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Just like
awesome.
especially prayer was a huge one. Like anytime I got into a bad situation, like
Mm-hmm.
I would just pray. I'm like, dear God, please help me.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's super good.
Mm-hmm. And then he either it took time or like you know as soon as the light turns on, either one of those two, right? Like what Elder Bednar said is like either it's this rising sunrise or like turning on the light. Like you always saw the light at the end of the tunnel, and that was so cool.
I like that. It's interesting that as human beings, we're attracted to light. We're very drawn to it. It gets our attention. It's warm. It's desirable. And I've always loved that when you walk through a tunnel, when you go through any tunnel, everything's completely dark. You can't see anything. But then at the maybe even like a mile or two away, you could see a little bit of light. And then the closer you get to it, it just gets larger and you feel not trapped, or that there's a sense of warmth and opening when you get to that light. And going off of what you're saying, of that quote from Elder Bednar, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
That light will help us in our life, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So you turn to God in those times of when the adversary is really working hard on you, and that's how you're able to cope with what is it? Adversity.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Yeah, it's really cool. And my life has shaped a lot after my mission, or just like during my mission. Like I got humbled so badly.
Where did you serve your mission?
I served my mission in St. George, Utah. And I just want to say St. George is sick.
Really?
Like actually is sick.
That's awesome.
And there's nothing like it. I swear, there's like nothing. I mean, you get the Red Rock, you get Zion's National Park, you get Snow Canyon.
Heck yeah.
And like it's so cool to see because you get like these sick members that are like business minded. And so you would always I'd always pick at their brain, like, so what do you do for a living? You know?
Yeah.
They're like, oh yeah, I have a landscaping business, or I have a sprinkler business. I'm like, so what like advice do you have? And they're like, blah blah blah. You know, it's just like some really cool advice. And I'm just like, that's so cool. You know?
It's cool.
And just like St. George has a lot of entrepreneurs. Like
talking like millionaires, talking like
millionaires,
some big high up people.
Exactly.
Okay, shoot, dude.
Yeah, it's so cool. And then you just like knock on this door, like you just knock on a door just to visit a member. You like see this huge house. You're just like, oh my gosh,
this person's gonna be a celebrity or something like that.
Actually, yeah, like I met an ex NFL player. Yeah.
What?
He served. What is it? A mission? No.
Wait a second.
You know,
NFL served a mission.
No, he played for the Raiders.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow. And you taught him about the gospel and everything like that.
No,
or just kind of said hi.
He's just a member.
Oh,
yeah.
No,
he was a ward mission leader. So.
Okay, I didn't know. Wow.
Yeah. So
that's pretty sweet.
Wow. Yeah, so we just asked for referrals, and if he didn't, then we just go to the next house. Yeah, and then we met like a bunch of other cool people, like just like mansions. It was like crazy.
Yeah, that's so cool.
So like we'd like check at these houses, probably look at the like house marketplace afterwards if you had free time.
Oh heck yeah!
These were like more than $2 million homes. Like,
no way.
Yeah, it was crazy. Like sometimes you see a waterfall coming out of the front door, like. What?
Yeah, that's so sick.
Yeah.
Would you want to have a house like that when you're older?
Oh gosh.
Or is it too big?
I mean, if I have the money, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Like if I had like multiple businesses just like them.
Yeah.
Like I knew the Chick-fil-A owner out there.
Oh what?
Yeah.
Really? They live in Utah.
Or not the owner, just like the
CEO,
the franchise owner.
Oh okay.
Yeah, that's and there's
cool.
Only one Chick-fil-A. I mean, there's two now.
Yeah.
In the entire south of Utah.
There's only 2 Chick-fil-A's?
Yeah.
What the heck? I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
There's so many Chick-fil-A's in there's tons in Texas, I feel like, Arizona, and California.
Yeah, there's only 2 in south of Utah.
Jeez. And there's more in Idaho. That makes no sense. They must be really busy then.
Yeah. No, it is very packed. Dang. It was so nice because we knew the owner.
Yeah.
We like walk in and be like, You got
You want to hit
us.
us up with some food, some
Yeah,
free
he wants.
food.
You
Drop like a
wanna?
30. Was it like the 30 nuggets or something like that?
Exactly.
Get it all for free. That's
And
so
so we
cool.
just like we like text him like, hey, can we like pick up food? And
Yeah.
he's like, yeah, well, there's
Sure.
just like come at this time and I got you. I'm like, okay, man. So
Heck yeah.
we head over there. He's there.
That's so.
Yeah, and he like have like our bags ready sometimes. It's
Yeah.
like, I got you, others.
Oh man, that's so
Yeah, it was
nice.
so cool. It was like we got whatever we wanted. We were spoiled out there
Yeah.
as missionaries. But yeah, I mean, going back to my upbringing, just like like losing my life to God in the mission field was super helpful for me.
Mm-hmm.
Like back, I know in high school, like I had very low self-esteem.
Mm-hmm.
So going through my mission field, like just like being bold and confident, and then just like having a purpose
Yeah.
gave me like
A vision of who you want to be in the future.
mm-hmm,
That's awesome.
yeah. And so I saw like all these other missionaries and my mission president just like working hard. I'm like, if they can do it, I can do it.
Yeah. That's awesome. That's some really good motivation. That's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
I remember you were telling me you want to go into psychology.
Yeah.
And that's kind of why you're here at college, to get to know people around here, network, and then get a degree in psychology. What aspect of psychology you want to go into?
I want to go into business psychology.
Business psychology.
Yep.
What is that?
So it's like HR, human resources. So anytime you see someone get hired, it's by HR.
Okay.
And so yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. And so with IO Psych, it's called IO Psych psychology, industrial organizational psychology.
Okay.
But I'm just gonna say business psych, right?
That sounds cooler.
Yeah. Yeah, it does.
They both sound cool.
Yeah. With business psych, it's very similar to HR.
Okay.
You hire people, you do incentives, you wage salaries, but more importantly, you do observation in the work environment.
Okay.
Yeah. And so you observe people in the work environment, and then you see how it can improve.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's really cool.
And then you do like consultations as well. But it's funny because HR uses a lot of our resources.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. And then with IO Psych, you have to have either master's or PhD, depending on what state you're in.
Interesting. So they're two different departments, HR and business psychology.
Yeah.
Okay. And they kind of dip into each other a little bit.
Sure. No.
Or
yeah. Well, yeah, kind of. Okay. Yeah. To answer your question, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to get a better, because when I think of psychologist,
they're very similar.
Okay. When I think of anything with psychology, I just think of a person laying down on a couch and then telling the other person their problems.
Yeah.
Is that kind of what they both go into? Or okay, not at all.
Not at all.
Not at all. Okay.
I mean, maybe a little bit actually. I mean, but except the minus the laying on the couch. Okay. It's just like if someone reports like a sexual assault or just like something of that nature, it goes to the IO Psych.
Okay.
Yeah, and then they talk about it.
Okay, that makes more sense because I worked at when I worked at In-N-Out those 3 years ago, I had to do a lot of seminars for like sexual assault and stuff and what's going to happen, and HR will get involved, and I'm guessing that's also in business. Psychology gets involved into that kind of aspect of it, because I was like, I didn't know all, like there's a huge process of if something were to happen, like harassment, that it goes to a lot of HR and things like that.
Yeah, I mean, IO Psych is just a little cooler, but they do the same thing sometimes. Okay. Sometimes it depending for a business psych, it just depends on what your position is at work.
Yeah. No way.
But they just do studies or observations, and they just make the work environment more fun.
Yeah, that sounds sick. I think you'd be really good at that.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. What interested you to start that career path?
Yeah. So I think everything ties around my mission field.
Okay.
Yeah. I I love working with people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm very patient, and helping people is something that I'm very passionate about.
That's awesome.
And so if I can help you emotionally or physically, and then I can tie it around with business,
Yeah.
I think it's a good 1-2 combo.
Okay. Okay. I gotta say, I feel like ever since I've known you, you've always been asking me and our good friends really good questions. You want to get an understanding and to know and to help. And I think that's a really good aspect to have for psychology.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love helping people. It's just I think it ties around with charity, like
Mm-hmm.
the pure love of Christ. Like if I can serve you in any way, like it just brings me so much peace.
That's awesome.
And there's nothing like it. It's really nice.
Well, I think in the long run, it brings you peace right now, and it'll bring you extremely more peace in the future. You'll feel a lot more fulfilled in the rest of your life. You'll be happy with what you're doing because you're genuinely trying to help people out. Because it sounds like you have a very kind heart, and you want to help people out with sincerity, and that will fulfill their hole or cavity that needs to be filled, and you'll get that joy, like long lasting joy of just helping people out, which is making the world a better place.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think that's a really good career path.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Yeah. I have an interesting question for you. What if people's emotions were like a light switch? They
There
can be
goes the what if
turned
question, huh?
on or off. Do you think that'd be a good thing or a bad thing?
It can be good or bad.
Okay.
You said if the what if. So you said if it's a switch, if you can turn it off,
Yeah, what if you could turn off emotions?
like I can
Yeah,
or they can, like personally they can do it on their own.
personally. People can personally, like, if any of us, if I had a switch on my back and I just wanted to turn it off, like I'm upset, I'm mad, I'm gonna turn off this. I'm like, and I just forget what I'm like. What just happened? It turns off certain emotions. Like, do you think that's a good thing? Do you think it's a bad thing?
It can be a good or a bad thing.
Okay. How so?
Because like what if you need to talk about something,
Just to build up.
Yeah. And what if you need to talk about something and it's like something very crucial and you just turn off that emotion and you're just like, well, I don't see the need to, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So like what if you're just like upset about something or you're just like sad about something and then someone turns off your emotion, you're just like, well, I don't see the need to talk about it anymore. So
Yeah, I think if we were, I know it's an interesting question. I thought about that actually for a little while when I was trying to come up with some good questions to ask, and that honestly hit me. I'm like, what if we could turn off our emotions? If we could turn off being human, and rather than being human, we would just be like a block of cheese or something. We we wouldn't have emotions. Whenever emotions would come up, we would just switch them off, and we'd just pretend like nothing happened and then move on with life. And going back to religion and God, I think God has us go through those feelings and emotions so that we can learn and grow from them from our own experiences.
mm-hmm.
And I think emotions also play a huge part with psychology.
Yeah.
Without having emotions, I don't think we'd have much psychology involved.
It's a good question. But yeah, I think emotions are important. Just if you don't have love, then or
What's
peace,
life? Yeah,
yeah, or joy, right? Then how are you supposed to know that there's evil?
it's true. It's very true. We need opposition in all things.
Yeah.
Opposition balances out the other half of opposition, if that makes sense.
No, yeah, just yeah, it's just like you're just a baby. Like, if you just turn off your emotions, how are you supposed to learn?
Yeah, we're not supposed to, or we're not supposed to have that. We need emotions.
Just be, I don't know, bland.
Life would be very
very gray, black and white. Yeah, it'd suck.
It would suck. Okay, so that'd be your final answer. It'd be a bad thing.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes, if it was like a switch, it'd probably be better. But sometimes it would be beneficial. Like, what if you're just like psychotic? You just like, okay, shut off.
We wouldn't have sane asylums. That's right.
Yeah, and then what if you're just like, I'm gonna blow this place up. Boop, just like
you turn the switch off. You know what? I'm good.
Good. Just it'd be crazy. It'd be interesting. It'd be good and bad.
Yeah. It'd be good and bad. I definitely agree.
Mm-hmm. I mean, what do you think? Okay, you said you agree.
Yeah. That I think I'd have to go with the middle. It's a good thing to have emotions. There's also, I think, as people, we need to understand our emotions and know what our limitations are and work on things that need to be improved.
Mm-hmm.
So an example would be my hot take on college, at least here in Rexburg, Idaho. I think there's a huge passion for people needing to marry somebody or to be loved very badly. And I think that's totally a righteous passion to have. But I think sometimes it can be a negative distraction where comparison kind of comes in and people, they so need it. And yet they don't, how do I phrase this? You just got to let it happen. You just got to let things happen. If you see a cute girl in the corner, go say hi to her. Or if a girl sees a good looking guy, go say hi to him. I'm like, don't expect all these things to come into your lap and just not put forth any effort. I think you got to put some effort into it, but also not stress about it and know that God's got a plan for every person and that eventually every person will find the right person for them.
Yeah. Just like you see this cute girl, you just like, you get nervous, you just like turn off the switch.
You turn the switch?
The nervous switch off. Just like, I'm not nervous anymore.
Turn off that switch. Yeah. I'm like, I can't do it. No, all sets aside, I think dating and just going out with people, I wish it were more. I wish it was more relevant. I think to blame a little bit on technology, I think that shelters us. And it closes us off from getting outside our comfort zone. And I wish that was something to be improved. Noticing from my perspective as a college student.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, I mean, this is only my second semester, so okay. I guess phones can be very, very distracting sometimes. It's like social media.
And I guess to rephrase that, I don't even mean to be distracting. I've been trying to understand and do some deep research on why some of our close friends and just people in general get friend zoned here a lot. And it's not even at college. I feel like it's just life in general. Members of the church, members outside of the church. I think there's a comparison that comes into place of an opportunity choice overload is what I've come to conclusion. And I've used a lot of resources. It's called, choice overload of seeing there's so many good looking girls or dudes on the internet and we compare them to the people we actually see in real life. And the people we see in real life are like, they're kind of good looking. But the one in person or the one online or the one I saw at that one place, I just wish that person would ask me out or maybe I should go talk to them. and they always are searching for that person that's just a little bit better. And I think that comes to comparison in our life of people getting friend zoned is like, well, maybe there's somebody out there that's better. But they don't give the chance to that person.
Yeah, it's.
So I wouldn't blame it on like social media. I mean, I definitely say that's a part, but I think comparison and a choice overload is definitely a part.
Choice overload. Yeah, it's I feel like sometimes we just make it hard on ourselves. Yeah, because all you have to do is just find that one person, right? You just have to keep on dating. You have to keep on pushing. God is not asking you to marry 5 girls. He's
That'd be crazy if you did.
yeah, that'd be crazy. But he's just literally asking for that one person, and just to like care for her, love her, appreciate her, and I mean vice versa, right? Like hopefully she cares for you, loves you, serves you.
Yeah.
Just like become one in flesh. But I feel like a lot of us make it really hard. I know for sure I do. I'm still single for a reason. So.
It's because God's saving you for somebody very, very special.
Oh, thank that.
Hey, yeah. She gonna come, bro. She gonna come.
Yeah. And you just have to find your person. And like some people are very picky. And I mean, trust, I am too.
Well, it's good to have standards.
Yeah,
it's good to have standards.
That's true.
There's the difference between picky and standards, and I think people here have good standards.
That's fair.
I think God just he's preparing you and that person to meet eventually.
Yeah, like
and it'll come.
Me personally, I want a Latina girlfriend, but out here in Rexburg, it's not gonna happen.
It's possible. Hey, it's totally possible.
It is possible.
It's possible. It's just you just got to be hopeful and sometimes you just gotta trust God.
Yeah, it's true. Like I want to go dancing with my wife. Like I love dancing, or I like.
Ladies, he's single.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thanks for the shout out.
Yeah. If you guys got anybody, please message us in the captions. We would love for Andy to find a Latina girl to dance with.
Yeah, that would be fun. Like actually, like back as I say, like when I was younger, when I was in high school, like I'd go to these quinceañeras.
Yeah.
And it's so cool because every weekend, my friends and I, we would go find a party and just like crash it.
Oh heck yeah, dude.
Yeah, it was so awesome. Much fun.
Yeah.
And so every single time we'd like look on social media, we see like an invitation, just like some random person, and just like crash it. And like it's so cool because
it's awesome.
Like 40 other people saw the invitation, and like the party would be packed, like with just like Latinos, and just like we just like dance to like norteñas, huapangos, merengue, just like those types of dances that I like, and that's just cool. Like we just have so much fun. Like you hear the music blasting, you see like beers all over the place, Oh, dang. And sometimes like my friends were actual like just idiots, and I never broke the word of wisdom.
Yeah, you didn't drink alcohol.
Yeah, I didn't drink alcohol. I never smoked in my life, but you just like one time. Hopefully, I don't go to jail for this. Nah, whoa. Yeah, whoa. Okay, but one time, like, I was with my friends, and like, he literally grabs a bottle, like a Modelo, and just puts it in his pants.
Oh,
but just to hide it in the party.
Okay, to hide it in the party. Okay.
Because he was like, he wanted to drink.
Okay.
And just mind you, he was not the right age for it. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay. But like the thing is, like I never drunk. Like I just wanted to have fun. Like I just wanted to have fun with my friends, and like I have videos of it. It's like so much fun.
Yeah.
Like you just like talk to a bunch of girls. You start asking them out on dates. I mean, once in a while you get like a makeout sesh. Okay. Yeah, it's kind of it's crazy. And then you like never see these girls again. And,
like Texas life.
Yeah. And then you just like do it the next weekend, Sometimes you get the numbers, you start to become your girlfriend. You find out they live on the other side of Houston. You're just like, frick, this is like an hour away. Like, yeah, I should probably not ever text you again.
Yeah.
Or it's probably a plus because you never have to see them, but you can still keep in touch with them.
Mm-hmm.
So,
what's stopping you from doing that here at college?
There's nothing out here.
There's Latino parties. I feel like there are parties.
There's here. Latino parties, but I've been to a couple and they're just low key kind of whack. Like actually, like as soon as you get there, you just see this huge mosh pit. I'm just like, I swear on everything. I swear it said Latino party.
Yeah, a little Americanized.
Yeah, it's a little Americanized. I'm just like, this is stupid.
So you just gotta dance outside of the mosh pit with the girls.
But even then, they're just like, you're just like, boop, just like bumping. It's just like they're not doing anything. It's like so annoying. They're just like, you just see the mosh pit and everyone is trying to get in the mosh pit.
Mm-hmm. That's what's hard about college. I feel like you have a bunch of freshmen, sophomores, juniors, and seniors, and you're just trying to get out there in the world, put yourself out there, and try to find somebody and eventually get a job. And I think that's what's cool about this podcast. I really want this podcast it means something to me, and I would like it to get more publicized in the future. And I'm just gonna keep trying to do an episode a week as much as possible, because I want it to mean something in the future. For how small it is right now, I'd like it to mean something bigger in the future.
Yeah. A question for you. I'm actually curious.
Yeah.
So when you were younger, did you ever feel like you had like a huge purpose in life?
Absolutely.
That's fair.
Do you?
Yeah. Like when I was a kid, I'm like, I'm gonna do something cool.
Okay. What have you figured out what that is yet? Of what you want to do for that big purpose?
Yeah, but it's low-key
what's a dream?
It's very sacred to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
We won't share that today.
Yeah.
We won't share that today. Okay.
We won't share that today.
That's some uncensored content.
Yeah. Uncensored content.
Well, yeah, I guess to go off of that question a little bit deeper, I've always felt that I needed to make a big impact in the world, either making a big business that could help promote jobs, or helping a big scale of people in some sort of way, either with food or with money. I just wanted to help people. Ever since I was maybe 10 years old, I felt a big calling that something's going to happen in my future, and that I need to be living worthy and doing the right things to be ready for it. And I feel like this podcast is definitely a way to get to it, of getting and reaching to a bigger scale.
Yeah.
This podcast, and then I'm also trying to work on an app. Going into software development is my major, and so making apps goes out to the public as well, and hopefully people will like it when it comes out.
That's way cool. I mean, just to give you a glimpse, like, I mean, it's not. Well, there's two things that I want to do. Obviously, one's sacred, but the other's more like just the same thing that you said. Like, I want to start a business. I want to help out a lot of people.
Yeah.
Like, I want to be that member. Like, if like some family is coming from, third world country, like, I have a casita in the back of my house that they can use.
That's awesome.
You know, or I can just adopt a kid.
That'd be sweet. That'd be so cool. Yeah.
And that would just be so cool. Like, I mean, obviously I'll worry about money, but I'll also do like more fulfilling things, like just serving others. And I think that's so cool.
That's super awesome.
Yeah. And just like, I have like if because I've seen it in the mission field where I've seen people like, they're looking for jobs, they're looking for a place to stay, they're looking for a basement, and they're like non-members, but because they worked with members, they eventually got baptized.
Yeah.
Right. But with me, like, I want to do something similar. So if I open a business and they need a job, they know where to go to. Right.
I love it.
Yeah. And so they have a place to stay, they have a place to eat, they have a place to work at, and that's why I kind of want to just start a business, because I think it'd be so cool.
Yeah. I think it's really cool. Andrew. Oh yeah, we started.
Yeah,
oh yeah, we
yeah,
are.
you're in the middle
You're
of it.
also
You
you're
suck.
also in the podcast now, Andrew. Get back here.
Hey, look like a Simpsons character. Like
You look
Bart.
like. No, you're good. You're good. Yeah, we're actually getting close to finishing. So, thanks for coming in, Andrew. Thanks for popping by. We always love seeing your face.
Yeah, that gorgeous man.
I know. Well, Andy, I really appreciate you being on the podcast today. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut
No,
you
you're
short.
good. No, actually, that was my final thought. So
You have very
yeah,
big dreams and aspirations.
yeah, and I mean, I think it's really cool that you have very big dreams too.
Thanks, bro. I
Yeah.
really appreciate it. I want to make a big difference in either here in Rexburg or back in California or wherever work takes me. I just want to help people.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I just want to serve people,
Mhm.
and it's been like that throughout my life.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I've always been a business minded kid. Like I started cutting lawns when I was like in high school.
Oh, that's so cool.
And then I started a pressure washing business at one
Heck
point.
yeah, no way. That's cool.
And so it's like if I have something in mind, like I'll do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's sweet. I love it.
Yeah.
Entrepreneurship mindset.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. Well, Andy, thanks for coming on the podcast today.
No,
Really
thank you,
appreciate it,
Lammy.
brother.